Hello everyone, good evening. I hope I am clearly audible and visible to all of you. Please write once in the chat box if I am properly audible and visible so that we can start today's discussion जहाँ पे हम बात करने वाले हैं Indus Waters Treaty के बारे में where India have rejected the Permanent Court of Arbitration's decision on Indus Water Treaty. But before that, let me know whether I am properly audible and visible or not. Good evening, good evening, good evening again. Good evening again. Right. Perfect, perfect. Great. So, firstly, why it was in news? So, it was in news because in the Hindu says India rejects the Court of Arbitration Bondage Award on Indus Water Treaty 16th of May. India rejects PCA on J&K project. Indus Water Treaty is in abeyance, says Government of India. This is another newspaper, Business Standard, right? So this news is coming again and again in newspaper that Indus Water Treaty ऊपर the decision of Permanent Court of Arbitration has been rejected by India. So first, to understand this issue, we have to understand what is Indus Water Treaty and what is the current status of Indus Water Treaty, and then we will be able to understand what exactly is happening there, right? But before that, tell me, am I perfectly audible and visible? Done. Good evening, good evening. Echo. Just 1 minute, we'll try to solve the issue of echo also. This will go in the folder of international affairs or India-Pakistan issue. Echo is there or perfect it is, let me know once in the chat box. All good? Okay, tell me once, in this device also there is echo. Is there any improvement or still there is the echo in this device as well? All good, all good. No echo. चलो परफेक्ट कंटिन्यू करते हैं. इफ यू गाइस आर हैविंग प्रॉब्लम तो बाद में इसको है ना आप फिर से देखिए ना, because many of you are saying no echo, so I don't want to waste the time. Now here Indus Water Treaty is there. So this treaty is regarding sharing of the water between India and Pakistan for Indus River and their tributaries. Now before 1947 there was no issue because Pakistan was India only, right? It was part of British India only. So water sharing में there was no problem. But after the partition of India and Pakistan, this issue started because if we see the Indus River, it starts from the Mansarovar Lake in the Tibet region. It goes on via Ladakh region, then goes to Pakistan. Then there is a tributary Jhelum which starts from here, Chenab which starts from here, Ravi which starts from here, Byas which starts from here, and Satluj which starts again from the region of Tibet only. All these are tributaries of Indus which eventually meets Indus in Pakistan only, and then Indus River goes into Arabian Sea. वहां से फिर ये Indus River Arabian Sea में जाती है. So if we solve this or write the chronological order of the tributaries, the northernmost river is Indus, then there is Jhelum, then there is Chenab, then there is Ravi, Byas, and Satluj. This is the chronological order from north to south, right? From north to south for these rivers, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Byas, and Satluj. This is the chronological order. Now, after the independence, see, there are two types of countries. One is considered in the river stream. whenever we talk about any river stream, there are two types of countries. One is considered as upstream country and second is considered as downstream country. Upstream country from where the river water flow starts. Let's say India in this case is the upstream country and Pakistan is the downstream country. Majority of the world countries may generally, if there is a water sharing agreement between two countries, and whenever there is a water sharing agreement between two countries, the upstream country is given major right because वहां से वो river start होती है. So the first right is generally given to the upstream country जहां से वो पानी निकल रहा है, and second right is generally given to the downstream countries. So in this context also, India was in commanding position. India एक upstream country थी, right? India was a upstream country, and because of that, after 1947 till 1960, till the new Indus Waters Treaty comes in, the water sharing between India and Pakistan. So from 1947 almost till 1960, till the Indus Waters Treaty came in, the water was shared between India and Pakistan on the basis of accord called Inter-Dominion Accord. Because India and Pakistan were two dominions of British Empire or British India. British India was divided into two dominions. One was dominion of India, one was dominion of Pakistan. So there was an accord which was signed between these two dominions called as Inter-Dominion Accord. Now, as I said, India is an upstream country. So India was given all the rights to decide on what amount of water we give to Pakistan. इंडिया को राइट दिए गए थे कि कितना पानी आप पाकिस्तान को देना चाहते हो, आप डिसाइड करो. So what this Inter-Dominion Accord says, it is very much in favor of India. It says that India should release sufficient water to Pakistani region. पाकिस्तान को इंडिया को कितना पानी देना है? Sufficient water. What is sufficient? That will be decided by India. In the basin, in return for annual payments from the government of Pakistan. So India will release sufficient amount of water to Pakistan. In return to that sufficient amount of Pakistan का पानी, Pakistan will give us money. Pakistan हमें पैसा देगा. Because India is an upstream country and Pakistan is an downstream country. Now, this was Inter-Dominion Accord, which was there during the British time, right? 1948 से ना 47 नहीं, चलो 48 to 60, this was followed between India and Pakistan. But in between there were continuously issues which were going on. हमारे बीच में issues होते रहते थे, जैसे कि पाकिस्तान after the first 1947-48 war went to United Nations saying that कि India is not giving us water. फिर से 1950s में यूनाइटेड नेशन के पास जाते हैं, बोलते हैं कि देखो इंडिया पानी नहीं दे रहा है, हमारे देश के लोग तो भूखे मर रहे हैं, वैसे भी भूखे ही है लेकिन भूखे ही मर रहे हैं. एंड इवेंचुअली इंडिया से चलो ठीक है, लेट्स गिव सम वाटर. एंड फाइनली दे रीच यूनाइटेड नेशन एंड यूनाइटेड नेशन सेड कि देखो लेट्स ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस इशू वंस एंड फॉर ऑल. Inter-Dominion Accord was given by Britishers. Let's move on to have another accord and another agreement. And for that agreement, they appointed World Bank as an authority in 1954. World Bank को इन्होंने बोला mediate between India and Pakistan. World Bank को United Nations ने कहा mediate between India and Pakistan and come up with a water sharing formula for two countries. Come up with a water sharing formula for two countries, that how will they share water. It took only 6 years for World Bank to come up with a formula. 6 साल लग गए इसे फॉर्मूला लेके आने में. And in the year 1960, this Indus Waters Treaty was signed. Now India agreed to the terms of World Bank. इंडिया ने कहा चलो ठीक है, we respect United Nations, we respect World Bank. And वैसे भी ये हमारा बच्चा है तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, पानी वानी चाहिए तो ले ले, है ना, not an issue. But सही से उस पानी का इस्तेमाल करें. So this Indus Waters Treaty was signed, and under this Indus Waters Treaty, these rivers were divided into two parts. So this is on the west. So 3 rivers were called as Western rivers and given to Pakistan. Those three were Indus, Jhelum and Chenab. These three rivers were called as western rivers and they were given to Pakistan. Simply, if you want to remember, CJI was given to Pakistan. CJI Pakistan को दे दिया. Ravi, Vyas and Satluj were categorized as eastern rivers and they were given to India. ये India को दी. Now, the most important part is, if we follow this treaty say, if we see the entire Indus river system, अगर हम consider करते हैं, if we consider the water of Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Vyas and Satluj all together as 100% of the water. If we consider water of these 6 rivers as 100% water as an Indus water system का पानी, these 3 rivers contributes 80% of the water. And these 3 rivers contribute only 20% of the water. So technically what happened in this treaty was, India gave 80% of the water to Pakistan and India gave only 20% of the water of the system. That's how the parents are, right? इसी तरीके से होते हैं फादर जो अपने बच्चे के बारे में सोचते हैं, right? So we have given majority of the water to Pakistan. Under this system, 80% water Indus, Jhelum, Chenab was given to Pakistan. 20% water Ravi, Vyas and Satluj was kept with India. This treaty is considered as world's, not only India's, it is considered as world's most generous water sharing agreement. दुनिया का सबसे generous water sharing agreement माना जाता है. Even countries like America, when they had water sharing agreement with Mexico or with Canada, they shared only 50% kind of water. India is that country who gave 80% of the water to Pakistan. हमने 80% पानी पाकिस्तान को दे दिया. The treaty said India cannot use the water of Indus, Jhelum and Chenab for consumption purpose. हम इसका पानी consume नहीं कर सकते. We cannot consume the water of Indus, Jhelum and Chenab. We said okay, no problem. हम consume नहीं करेंगे. We will consume the water of Ravi, Vyas and Satluj. So this treaty was signed in 1960 between India and Pakistan. But now Pakistan being Pakistan, over the period of time, it continued their activities of rats, चूहे की तरह देश में घुसना, and try to bleed the people of India, try to kill the innocent civilians of India via their rats, that is their terrorists who come to India, and eventually it started affecting the water sharing agreement. India का कहना था, we are giving you water and you are bleeding our blood. हम आपको पानी दे रहे हैं और आप हमारे खून बहा रहे हैं. So there is no point of these kind of agreements. But still we continue to have this agreement, because if we stop this agreement, majority of the Pakistani people will die of hunger. 50% of their population will go in hunger. 50% of their population. That's why we continued this treaty. So the Indus Water Treaty stands as world's most generous water sharing agreement by far. That too by far. By far मतलब बाकी देशों में 60-40 होता है, 50-50 होता है, यहाँ पे 80-20 कर दिया है. Water sharing is 80.52% of the aggregated water flows in Indus system is given to Pakistan. Plus, this agreement does not have any exit clause. मतलब कोई भी देश, इंडिया और पाकिस्तान, cannot unilaterally end this treaty. हम कोई भी इस treaty को unilaterally खत्म नहीं कर सकते, and there is no even end date to this treaty. ये treaty कभी खत्म भी नहीं होगी, and there is no unilateral exit clause, no unilateral changes that you can do it. If you want to do changes also, they should be done bilaterally. ना हमें नहीं पता था कि ये है ना इवेंचुअली पाकिस्तान आज की डेट का पाकिस्तान बन जाएगा. बट इफ यू हैव एनी डिस्प्यूट, This Indus Water Treaty का article number 9 talks about dispute resolution along with annexure F and G outlines the three-tier dispute resolution mechanism. So there are three stages of dispute resolution. First is you can have a permanent Indus commission के through we try to resolve it, right? Firstly, we try to resolve it via permanent Indus commission, which is created under the Indus Water Treaty. If under Indus Water Treaty you are not able to resolve the issue via permanent Indus commission, right? If you are not able to resolve the issue via permanent Indus commission, you can escalate this. If the permanent Indus commission is not able to solve the issue, this issue will go to a neutral expert. There will be appointment of one person who will be a neutral person who is not on the side of India, not on the side of Pakistan, and you will try to solve this issue by a neutral expert. This is very, very important step. इसी स्टेप को लेके अभी डिस्प्यूट चल रहा है, इसी स्टेप को लेके अभी इश्यूज चल रहे हैं. So there will be a neutral expert who will be appointed who will try to resolve the issue. And if you are not satisfied with the decision of neutral expert also, if you are not satisfied with the decision of neutral expert also, then we will go for final round of arbitration through a arbitrators forum like Permanent Court of Arbitration. So if you want to go in Permanent Court of Arbitration, first you have to try and solve the issue by Permanent Indus Commission. If that issue does not solve by Permanent Indus Commission, you should go to a neutral expert. And if you are not satisfied with the decision of neutral expert, then you should go to arbitrator like Permanent Court of Arbitration. These are three stages to solve the dispute. These are three stages to solve the dispute. ये तीन stages है, right? To solve the dispute under Article 9, Annexure F and Annexure G of Indus Water Treaty. Now, few issues आते हैं. So there is a project called, now India have find out one idea, or you can say, of course, over the period of time, the geography of Jammu Kashmir, geography of Punjab have changed a lot. The requirement of India's water have also increased a lot. अब पाकिस्तान में डेवलपमेंट नहीं हुआ वो एक अलग बात है. पाकिस्तान बैंकरप्ट हो गया, पाकिस्तान बर्बाद देश है, वो एक अलग बात है. But that is not the situation with India. India सोलर एनर्जी से लेके विंड एनर्जी से लेके हाइड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पावर में वन ऑफ द लीडर्स इन द वर्ल्ड है. And our demand for electricity, our demand for water navigation increasing time by time because there is a term called, or term that we understand, जिसे हम development कहते हैं, right? पाकिस्तान को नहीं पता है, but there is a term called development in India. That's why over the period of time our requirement increased of usage of the water. अब हमने क्या सोचा? What we thought? What our treaty says? Our treaty says we cannot use the water for consumption purpose. We said, okay, no problem. You cannot use the water of Indus, Jhelum and Chena for consumption purpose. Let's create dams on those waters and then generate electricity out of it and then send the water to Pakistan. You are not consuming the water. आपने बस उसको पॉन्ड में डाला, पॉन्डेज बनाया, and via that pondage you are generating electricity and then giving water to Pakistan. You are not consuming the water. Or we can even create a pondage and then have a good navigation system over the water for transportation. Then we will send extra water to Pakistan. We are not consuming it. We are just creating navigation system. We are just generating electricity out of it. So India started doing this Tulbul project, Tulbul navigation project, navigation lock cum control structure at the mouth of the lake located on Jhelum River we have done. Then in 2016, Pakistan approached to World Bank raising concern around India's Kishanganga project also. Here in Kishanganga River पे हम Neelam to Jhelum project है, where we are generating electricity on by stopping the water हम यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट करते हैं, देन वी सेंड द वाटर आगे. Then we have Ratle Hydroelectric power project on river Chenab. यहाँ पे भी we are using the water for generation of electricity. Then as usual they know only one thing, रोना गाना, हाथ फैलाना, कटोरा लेके सबके सामने खड़े हो जाना, पैसे दे दो, पानी दे दो. So that was started by Pakistan. They went to World Bank. World Bank gave judgment in India's favor and said to be constructed by 2022. इन्होंने इंडिया के फेवर में जजमेंट दिया कि इंडिया इज डूइंग गुड थिंग ओनली, दे आर जनरेटिंग इलेक्ट्रिसिटी आउट ऑफ इट, कोल बर्न नहीं होगा, उतना ही अच्छा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनेगा. एंड दिस कंस्ट्रक्शन स्टार्टेड इन द रीजन ऑफ जम्मू एंड कश्मीर ऑफ Ratle and Kishanganga. Now when they lost the battle at World Bank, they decided to go to Permanent Court of Arbitration also. Now in 2023, India proposed that we need to do renegotiation of Indus Waters Treaty because the situation of 1960 and situation of 2023 or 25 is very different. The requirements of India have changed, the developmental status of India have changed, and that's why we need more water. So in January, India issued a notice to Pakistan seeking a modification in Indus Waters Treaty, because if even you want to do modification, it require bilateral negotiation. दोनों लोग मिलके बात करेंगे तभी हो पाएगा. In September 2023, a second notice was given for review and modification, which experts interpreted as a step towards revocation and renegotiation. अब अगर पाकिस्तान ने पहली नोटिस दी, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है, दूसरी नोटिस दी, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है, नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या है? यूनिलैटरली रिवोक इट. इफ यू वांट वाटर, कम ऑन द टेबल, लेट्स हैव नेगोशिएशन, देन टेक द वाटर. फंडामेंटल एंड अनफोर्सीन चेंजेस इन सर्कमस्टांसेस, इंडिया का फर्स्ट रीजन. शिफ्टिंग डेमोग्राफिक्स ऑफ द रीजन एंड एनवायरमेंटल चैलेंजेस इन जनरेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यूजिंग कोल. क्लीन एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया, बिकॉज इंडिया वांट टू कंट्रोल द कार्बन इमिशन ऑफ आवर कंट्री. पाकिस्तान को क्या पता कार्बन क्या होता है. कंटिन्यूड क्रॉस बॉर्डर टेररिज्म फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, ये चीजें जो उनको आती है बस, राइट, यही चीजें जो उनको आती है. So because of that, our Prime Minister and the leadership many a time said that we might suspend it. Now, what happened? Despite all previous tensions and provocation, treaty was never suspended till now. But after the Pahalgam attack last year, India decided that blood and water cannot flow together. We have to stop this treaty. But क्या क्लॉज था ट्रीटी में? You cannot exit unilaterally. You cannot end the treaty unilaterally. No problem. We are not exiting the treaty. We are not ending the treaty. We are suspending the treaty. इसके बारे में तो कहीं कुछ नहीं लिखा ना. We are suspending the treaty. The treaty is in abeyance. Abeyance मतलब suspend हो रखी है till the time Pakistan ends his land to be used as a terrorist ground. जब तक पाकिस्तान अपने देश को टेररिज्म के लिए यूज करना बंद नहीं कर देता, till the time treaty is in abeyance, it is suspended. Treaty suspended रहेगी. This is India's stand. According to experts, if India revoke or suspend the treaty, the existing dispute resolution mechanism becomes ineffective, because dispute कब resolve होगा? If the treaty is in place, as it only applies to dispute within the treaty framework. There is no provision in Indus Waters Treaty for revival or enforcement in the case of suspension. Suspension की status में क्या करना है ये कहीं नहीं लिखा. So we have suspended it. Pakistan cannot appeal to International Court of Justice due to India's reservation under ICJ statute which bars such cases. So ICJ में भी ये जा नहीं सकते in the United Nations का court, because India ने ICJ को बोल दिया है this type of bilateral issue between India and Pakistan will be resolved bilaterally according to the Shimla Agreement between India and Pakistan. शिमला अग्रीमेंट जो इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के बीच में हुआ, According to that, our bilateral issue will be resolved bilaterally. ICJ or UN will not come in between. ये दोनों ने साइन किया हुआ है. So the treaty is suspended now. The treaty is suspended now. It is in abeyance. What is the impact of this suspension on India? हमारे देश पे क्या impact होगा इसका? It will increase the strategic options for India. We can construct things on Indus, Relevance and Chenab. We can cease the data sharing. Generally, we are required to share the data with Pakistan on these rivers. We will not be required. We have freedom to design, and operational constraint भी नहीं रहेंगे. We have freedom to design the way we want to design the projects on these three rivers. Infrastructure and water management India में और अच्छा हो जाएगा. Supporting, you can see, new storage projects and giving new opportunities to the people of Jammu and Kashmir. So, from India's perspective, everything that we have after suspension of this treaty is positive for us. ये सब हमारे लिए positive है. But what is the impact on Pakistan? It is not actually impact. It is devastation in Pakistan. इसका result ये होगा, it will be devastation in Pakistan. सबसे पहले 80% of the Pakistan cultivated land, जो उनका 80% agricultural land है, it depends on the water of these three rivers. That means 80% of the agriculture is gone. 93% of the water for irrigation and sustaining agriculture comes from these three rivers. Over 237 million people live in Indus Basin. Pakistan का comprising 61% of their population will be facing the problem. Major cities like Karachi, Lahore, Multan depends on Indus water for daily needs. तो खाने पीने धोने का पानी नहीं रहेगा. Key hydro power plants, अच्छा, they have hydro power plants like Tarbela and Namla rely on the consistent flow via these rivers. The Indus River system contributes 25% of the Pakistan's GDP. एक तो उनका GDP इतना सा, उसमें से 25% इस रिवर ने ले लिया. So if this suspension continues, Pakistan के पास I think कटोरा भी नहीं बचेगा भीख मांगने के लिए. That is the situation of Pakistan currently. If we suspend this or continue this abeyance. But why it is in news now? There is one constraint also. Constraint ये भी है, इंडिया को इतने पानी की जरूरत नहीं. Firstly, we don't require this much amount of water in Jammu and Kashmir. And if we try to store this water or this much huge amount of water, it will be result into many flooding in the area of Jammu and Kashmir. Many towns we have to shift, many villages we have to shift. तो इंडिया भी नहीं चाहता कि हम पानी रोके और किसी को भूखा मारे. बट अगर आप टेररिज्म फैलाओगे तो करेंगे तो यही, राइट? अगर आप टेररिज्म फैलाओगे तो हम करेंगे तो यही इवेंचुअली. ठीक है. तो व्हाई इट वाज इन न्यूज़ रिसेंटली? India has rejected the May 2026 award issued by Permanent Court of Arbitration at The Hague regarding maximum pondage, the water storage capacity limits at Indian Hydroelectric project on the Indus River system. Because if you remember, there was a Ratle Hydroelectric power plant, then there was your Kishanganga project. All the cases were won by India. But there was a limitation that was given to us कि भाई आप कितना पानी स्टोर करके रख सकते हो आपके पास. There is a capacity of pondage of water that India can keep with themselves. Now India is exceeding that. India is exceeding that capacity because the treaty is in suspension. The treaty is in abeyance, right? The treaty is suspended, and because of that, we are not following the pondage criteria. So the Permanent Court of Arbitration said, if you are storing the water beyond the maximum pondage capacity, that is not correct. You have to release the water. India ने कहा, no problem. We could have released the water, but firstly, who are you? Are you a neutral expert? Because what are three stages? First stage, Permanent Indus Commission. Second stage, neutral expert. And if that does not happen, then only you can go to Permanent Court of Arbitration. Neutral तो कोई आया ही नहीं, directly PCA. आप कहां से आ गए? First, let's have a neutral expert. India reiterated that the tribunal is illegally constituted and they maintained that the Indus Water Treaty remains in abeyance, suspended है following the 2025 पहलगाम अटैक। तो सबसे पहली चीज आप इलीगल हो because there was no neutral expert, and secondly Indus Water Treaty is in abeyance, it is suspended, so आप हो कौन, राइट? दूसरा सवाल था आप हो कौन, राइट? तो डिस्प्यूट कहां पे है? डिस्प्यूट इज ओवर द किशनगंगा प्रोजेक्ट, a 330 megawatt runoff river hydroelectric power project on Kishanganga river, a tributary of Jhelum in Jammu Kashmir. Then Ratle project, 850 megawatt hydroelectric project on Chenab in Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan's objection on this, they say Pakistan consistently objected the design feature of this project, arguing that the pondage, the storage and the spillways violate the Indus Water Treaty. आपको क्या पता डिजाइन क्या होता है? But anyways, will adversely affect the flow of water into their territory. Pakistan argued that India is building pondage capacities that are far larger than what is technically required to generate this electricity. जितना पानी तो जनरेट करने के लिए चाहिए उससे ज्यादा पानी रख रहे हो। आपको क्या पता इलेक्ट्रिसिटी भी क्या होती है? You take it from China, right? So that's why यहाँ पे ये issues निकल के आ रहे थे। What is India's stand on this? Firstly, India said you are going for parallel proceeding. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? There should not be a parallel proceeding. The core of the legal dispute lies in Pakistan's insistence on bypassing neutral expert mechanism. First, let's have neutral expert. Then we can go for arbitration. In 2016, Pakistan requested World Bank to appoint this neutral expert, while India simultaneously requested for neutral expert to look into the technical designs. कि भाई neutral expert आए डिजाइन देके पाकिस्तान वालों को वैसे भी डिजाइन नहीं समझ आते। Violation of graded mechanism. India argues that initiating two simultaneous process, एक neutral expert and दूसरा COA, that is court of arbitration. कि arbitration भी चल रहा है, expert भी चल रहा है, ये क्या बात हुई? The exact same dispute violates sequential graded dispute resolution. तो आपने जो आर्टिकल 9 है उसका वायलेशन कर दिया। World Bank's role, the World Bank initially paused both the processes in 2016 to prevent conflicting rulings by the two. हो सकता है न्यूट्रल एक साइड बात करे, arbitration दूसरी साइड। In 2022, it lifted the pause, allowing both proceedings to run concurrently. While India has participated in neutral expert proceeding, it has completely boycotted the arbitration, terming that as illegal parallel process. India का कहना है that is the illegal parallel process which is going on, and that's why India is rejecting this. इसलिए इंडिया क्या कर रहा है? इसे रिजेक्ट कर रहा है। So this was mainly regarding the Indus Water Treaty. One important announcement: from day after tomorrow, we are starting with the 10x GK tour, right? इस बार का जो 10x का GK tour है उसे स्टार्ट किया जा रहा है from day after tomorrow. Check the cities in which it is going to happen in this weekend. Second link भी जल्दी रिलीज कर दिया जाएगा so that you can join us from the nearby cities to your city. If you want to know कौन सी cities में होने वाला है तो go and watch the first session in which we have released all the 39 cities. कब होगा वो धीरे धीरे आपको पता चलता जाएगा with upcoming stages. वरना क्या होता है? कॉपी करने वाले कॉपी करते रहते हैं। ठीक है? So see you guys in the first GK 10x marathon on this weekend. Majorly, right. Thank you so much. See you guys in the next class. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye bye.